Hi folks, I'm just doing a follow-up video. You remember the setup we had on the DAX last week? And we had this outside reversal candle that closed below. Let's just have a quick look back at what happened on the DAX. This was remember, we had we'd made a new high, then it sort of went into range for quite a while. This was a 60-minute chart. And then we got this sort of reversal candle. And it closed below the closes of the last 20 odd candles. The difference with this, what it didn't do, this swing low here, didn't take this swing low out. So in hindsight, a beautiful thing hindsight, it might have been better to wait a couple more candles and see if it actually took this high out, because this were previous resistance, broke through, came back, and it acted as support as well right here. But as you can see what happened, if we just now refresh this sort of setup failed. They don't work all the time. I've just refreshed this. Be able to see we've gone off to new highs, as you can see. So this was a setup over here. It did actually go a little bit lower for candle, but then you can see it's failed and gone up. What's happened now? We've got a similar situation in crude oil. If we go back to the crude oil chart, this is again the 60-minute chart of crude oil, and you can see if we just pan it out a little bit, you can see we've been in quite a steepish downtrend, and then we've just completed this A, B, C, D pattern, not quite made the 50%, and if we zoom in, we've completed it with 3 drives to a top. As you can see, a beautiful 3 drives, started to back off, but then what it did, you can see it came up, took out the highs by 11 pips, took out the high by 11 pips, and then it's reversed, and we've got this big candle similar to what we had in the German DAX last week. Now, the difference between this one, this has actually taken out the swing low between the two highs. You've got your highs completing your 3 drives pattern, then you've got the new spike high. Some people call this the market fishing for stops. Kicked a load of people's stops in and then reversed. But anyway, now this, again, very similar setup. The difference between this one, probably better than the DAX, is this has actually just completed an ABCD in a bigger sort of downtrend. So this has probably got a higher probability working than the DAX did, since the DAX were in quite a long uptrend at the time, and it's still trending higher, isn't it? So again, you sell this candle, no problem at all, and your risk on the trade would be that the width of that candle. If it takes out that candle, I won't even bother letting it go to the high. If it gets above the high of this candle, get out the trade. My profit objective on this, I'll be looking for at least a move what we did the last time, or a 382. Well, if you take the move we did the last time, that's this BC swing over here. Just drag that. All I've done is measured that move there, and then just projected it from the high. So you'd be looking for a similar move to that. So you're probably down at this 50% area. So that'd be a target. When you trade, always try. You want to, at worst, you want an even money trade. Anything less than even money, really, I won't bother. Just look elsewhere. But at least this, you could get at least a good 2-to-1 out of this. At least you'd expect, worse you'd expect a 382, especially having seen this. So, and I like to trade in like 3 contracts. So you take 0.5%. If you risk 1.5% of your account, take 3 contracts, 0.5% each, and then your risk could be the range of that bar. Well, that would be about 70 pips, I would guess. It closed at 56.68. Sorry, it closed at 56.10, and the high on the candle is 56.73. You've got about 5 point spread, roughly 70 points on that, and you'd be looking for a move down to about 54.60 area, about 150. So that's okay. That's better than 2-to-1, isn't it? So that's what we'd be looking for. I might have so first 2 I'd have a target, maybe even money for 1 position, and then take profits down here somewhere for your 2nd position, and then also let 1 run with trailing stock. You never know how big a move you can capture. So that's what I'm seeing in crude oil. In fact, I think we can probably refresh that and see what unfolded on this. Let's have a look quickly. There we go. It's slow. There we go. And as you can see, we've it's actually worked quite well. That's got to the 382 already. So, like I said, they don't work all the time, but when you see those sort of reversal patterns on your price, they really, most of the time, you should get something out of them. Okay, so it's just a bit of an update for you. So take care, good luck with your trading, and speak soon.